Welcome to the Incompetent Griller, where I'm going to teach you, an incompetent griller, how to look like you know what you're doing when grilling in front of your family and friends. Today we'll be making peach pulled ham on a Weber Kettle grill. As always, get your coals started in a chimney, then come inside for our meat prep. To be clear, you heard me correctly in the intro. We're making pulled ham. After all, if you can pull a pork, you can pull a ham.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
Not only is it possible, rumors say it's delicious. We need to start with a bone-in ham that has not been spiral cut. It's okay if it's been pre-cooked, as most hams are. It just can't be pre-cut. We need the ham to be whole. Next, we're going to score the ham about 1/4 inch deep, so that more seasoning can penetrate the meat. Go ahead and season the ham with the barbecue rub of your choice. Ham tends to pair well with sweeter things like fruit, so I'm using Fire and Smoke Society's Hot for Peacher as my rub. While I'm sticking with a peach theme throughout this cook, you could go with orange, pineapple, or a number of other fruits. Today's video is a bit of an experiment, as there are very few video recipes for pulled ham on YouTube, and all of them that I could find are for low and slow smoking. We're breaking ground today because we'll be smoking ours hot and fast, possibly for the first time ever on YouTube.
I'm the only human who can do it.
I've been told that the second rule of grilling is, don't be afraid to try new stuff, because if you mess up, there's always Domino's.
Domino's? Yeah, that's it.
So buckle up and enjoy the ride, boys and girls. Now that the coals are hot, we'll be placing them to one side of the kettle, while placing a pan on the other side and filling it about halfway with water. Water trays are great for managing the heat in a hot and fast cook. Since this ham was pre-smoked, I'm going to keep my smoke lighter by using apple wood. Other good options would be cherry, maple, or pecan. Because ham is not as fatty as a pork shoulder, we're going to keep the ham in its own tray so that any juices that would have dripped off will be captured and stay with the ham. We'll be checking the meat's temperature every hour, rotating it, and spritzing it to help it retain moisture. I'll be spraying it with a white grape and peach juice, as it will pair well with the peach glaze we'll be making later. Just remember to leave the lid on in between these hourly checks, because, as Sacagawea explained to Lewis and Clark, if you're looking, you're not cooking. Each hour you're waiting, assuming you're making this for loved ones, why not take some time to record an interview with your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandparent, or another loved one? I'll leave a link in the description to some great questions from the StoryCorps program that you can ask them. Years from now, you'll thank yourself for having these recordings, as they'll make for better stories to share with your children than telling them about various times your boss humiliated you at work.
Now you've got to wake up, sweetheart. You're gonna be late for school. Oh, you wet the bed. Why can't I have a normal child without these problems?
After 3 hours, we've reached a temperature of 166 degrees Fahrenheit, which is good, as we wanted to be between 160 and 170. We'll pull the meat off the grill and take it inside to prepare it for its final journey. First, we're going to pour 1 can of Jumex peach nectar into the pan. Is it Jumex or Humex? Full disclosure, I'm what the medical professionals call critically Caucasian. So feel free to correct me in the comments below if I'm butchering the pronunciation. To be clear, you could also use water in your pan instead, but I like the extra flavor the nectar provides. Next, for our glaze, combine 8 ounces of peach preserves with 8 ounces of Sweet Baby Ray's original barbecue sauce. Heat those in a pan and stir until they've become one, then pour the mixture over the ham. I feel like this pour needs its own soundtrack. Does this sound right? What about this? How about this one? Yeah, that's the ticket. Now cover the pan with tin foil and place it back on the grill. If you need to add more charcoal to keep your temperatures up, please do so. We'll need the ham to reach an internal temperature of at least 200 degrees Fahrenheit, though it may be as high as 210. What really matters is that the meat should become tender enough for you to easily probe with your instant read thermometer. This will likely take a little over 2 hours. Once your ham is probe tender, bring it inside and let it rest for at least an hour. Once that time has passed, you should be able to pull the bone out with little to no meat stuck to it. Depending on your cut, there may be a second bone inside. Now start pulling the ham apart with a pair of forks. If you can handle heat, you can use your hands too.
What? The hand is the fork of the arm.
Go ahead and pour some of those juices back over the meat to spread that flavor all over. This ham is so good, it may just change your holiday tradition of having sliced ham. Check out these sliders you can make with Hawaiian sweet rolls. I am so glad I tried this experiment. Now we're ready to eat, so I'm going to stop this video. Let me know of your own successes down in the comments after trying this method yourselves. Have a great day.